Boom! There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to another amazing episode of The Shift. I'm your host, Adam Carswell, and we are joined today by the legend herself. And you guys will find out today how and why she is a legend, AdaPia Dorico. I know we have a lot of fellow Canadians on this network as well. Now, she hasn't lived in Canada in a while or for a while, but she is from Canada. So shout out to all of our Canadians on the blockchain. AdaPia was funny about maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. I got featured on a roundtable called, I think I even told you, it was like Canadians in blockchain. I'm like, honestly, I shouldn't be here, but thanks, guys. Thanks for having me here.
Amazing. Hi, everyone.
Yeah. So, guys, AdaPia, and then we've actually got, by the way, we have another surprise. There's actually a second guest in the green room right now. We're going to bring him on stage in like 2 seconds. But first, real quick, just a quick background on AdaPia Dorico. Insanely successful career, kind of first, I believe AdaPia, correct me if I'm wrong, in the corporate world, kind of achieved all the goals anyone could ever want, and then realized, hey, actually, you know what? My life is kind of empty. And then she had a moment where she just kind of revamped everything. And I think it was in that moment, again, correct me if I'm wrong, where she first got into crowdfunding with real estate too, which was like way ahead of its time, 2011. So she has a knack for being involved with things way ahead of their time, which is another reason why it's great to have her here today. She's also the author of Productive Intuition. I think her Goalcast video has like a lot of views. I don't know how many, but low key, like I said, guys, she's famous. So happy to have AdaPia here. And then I'm going to bring our other guests up on stage here in a moment. But first, AdaPia, did I get any of your backstory wrong?
You hit some points. The timeline is a little bit strange because I've made so many like career jumps. Like I jumped into entrepreneurship out of a hedge fund, but like I was still young back then, and I just like that was like a big moment. But my big career, like when I kind of hit that big thing, was after I got involved in the real estate crowdfunding industry, and I was getting into, it was kind of like that second time around that I made that big jump. But yeah, I guess like I've never really been afraid to just totally like leave and start something completely brand new and have no idea what I'm getting myself into. It always works out. So I'm very grateful that it does work out, you know.
Definitely. And yeah, guys, let's go ahead and we'll get our other guest up here on stage too. Now this gentleman, I'm trying to remember how we originally met. All I know is he's gone through, as you guys know, when I'm not here having fun hanging out with you guys, we're helping teach people how to raise money and do real estate deals and projects and stuff like that. And this guy is like, hey, I got this crazy idea. You know, I'm also Colombian, so I'm very passionate about my home country. It's like, I think I'm going to start a coffee farm in Colombia and start raising money for it from U.S. investors. And Hunter and I are kind of like, dude, nice, go for it, do it. So now Mauricio's also got an interesting story as well. This is Mauricio Botero, guys, aka Mobo, and I know he's got a background, I believe, in the U.S. military. You've done sales. But similar to AdaPia, you guys have both done a lot of like crazy things in your life to get to where you're at, and it's an honor to have you here and give you guys some exposure to the NFT world. Which I just remember, guys. You know, these guys are brand new, so I don't think that they have, they might have Wax wallets, but if they do, they're very empty. So we got to make sure we give them some welcome gifts to the Wax community as well. So anyways, Mauricio, if you could kind of chime in there a little bit on your story as well. And then AdaPia, if you could, do you have a Wax wallet by chance?
I do, because you sent me something.
Okay.
And I do have a Wax wallet.
Cool. Shoot it to me in the private chat. Yeah. And then Mauricio, feel free to tell your story, good sir.
Yeah. Also, Piggy Bank NFTs, a big fat zero, guys. I've been lurking here for a couple of shows now. Really like what you guys are doing. I born and raised in Miami, joined the Marine Corps to leave Miami, believe it or not. Got into tech, got into IT. So I come from IT, data center, cybersecurity background in the Marine Corps. Eventually started working for the companies that sold IT products, and then they put me into a sales guy because apparently I talk really good with people and I'm a people person. So I'm that smart people person engineer who sells a product now. I currently sell a cybersecurity product to the military. And then I started getting into real estate later, accidental real estate landlord. Fast forward, I'm now starting a coffee farm, vacation rental business in Colombia, and starting to find all these friends and family, people in Colombia that I know who have coffee and they don't know how to sell it to the bougie roasters in the States. I'm trying to connect the two of them together and to make everyone happy, but make them happy, make sure people are getting paid well, while also highlighting some awesome coffee that the world hasn't seen yet in the States here.
Or tasted yet.
Or tasted, absolutely. I got some fresh product that I'm sending out to some roasters right now, actually. Pretty excited.
Oh, wow. Awesome. Awesome. So actually, if you could send do you have any resources or links that we can send to our viewers?
Not yet on the coffee. Nothing yet on the coffee. Yeah, it's a little early.
All right. All right. Well, we're going to be keeping our eyes on you. Maybe we'll get our first ever. If people buy a Mauricio Botero NFT, then they get some coffee shipped to them in the mail. I'm going to plant that seed right now.
Well, I mean, it's already been planted. Yeah, that's one of the things I've aspired to after hearing the show is NFTs fit so many places in my vision, both on the coffee farm side, on the vacation rental side, with Michael Flight, with the security tokens on the fund itself. So you've rattled me now. Like I'm thinking of NFTs and how it fits in so many different places. I got to make some sense out of this.
So guys, you'll see this too. So AdaPia has her own podcast as well. And Mauricio, as you can see, is a very charismatic guy. So I'd be lying if I said I'm not already kind of recruiting them to play a similar role as Mr. Austin Linney has now taken on here on our show. Well, on our YouTube channel. Now, Austin's show hasn't kicked off yet. I think he's looking at a September 6th start date or somewhere around there. But if you guys aren't familiar with Austin Linney, we had him on the show recently. His video's in the library on our channel. I'll be sure to put a link to his Telegram group in the comments as well. Cool thing with Austin, Mauricio, and AdaPia is basically we're like he doesn't really know much about NFTs. So he's like, all right, community, what do you guys want to learn? What do you want to call the show? Like he's literally just catering it to the community, fulfilling needs. And I think, if I'm, again, I might be getting too far ahead of myself, but if this works out for you guys too, that's totally the way to go, is just ask the people what they want. Ask the people, guys, make some noise in the comments. I see you in there dropping some comments. David Longcar from our mastermind is here at AdaPia. So smash the like, smash the subscribe. I'm going to drop some links here. Guys, we're going to get the Duck Marathon going and some more giveaways in a moment. Before that, I want AdaPia to share a little bit more about, again, her journey. Guys, she just wrote a very influential book, quite frankly. If you could tell us a little bit about your book, AdaPia, the inspiration behind it, where people can go to get it. Maybe we'll turn that into an NFT one day. I don't know. Give us some context.
Yeah. Well, I'm all about really understanding NFTs. I guess let me start here. Like I got started in my career. I was like very ambitious. I still am. When I was 18, I started working in a bank when I was 18. I was like, okay, I'm gonna figure out this bank thing, this money thing, because I understood that having financial independence meant that basically nobody could tell me what to do, right? I was like, if I'm doing well financially, then I'm in control of my own life. And I understood that as a teen. Now, today, I understand that in a very different way. But, that was kind of the career I set off to undertake. And somewhere along those lines, I moved from Canada, I moved to Europe, and I had a whole 11 years living in Europe. I ended up in a hedge fund. And I thought that, when I got there, I was like, this is it. I made it.
I know you like that comment. That's our boy, Sel Wraith right there.
Thank you.
Spring chicken. Sorry, I cut you off. Keep going.
No, it's good. It's good. But I was like, okay, here it is. I've made it. And, it was just not, it was not okay. Like I didn't like it. And here's why. I got there and it was like, I just couldn't understand where the humanity was. And I know this sounds ridiculous because you think getting into finance, you would understand this, but you don't until you hit a hedge fund. And it's literally just numbers. And I have too much of a heart around things. And I just couldn't get these two things like to make sense to me. But for a variety of reasons, I left the fund. I was there when the Great Recession happened. So I was working those like 20-hour days to keep the fund alive and everything. It was crazy. Learned so very much. I actually had an opportunity. I don't know if I've ever told this story, but I had an opportunity to go to Bermuda and work for legal firms there in the space. And I chose not to. I chose not to continue that path, and I went into entrepreneurship. So this is where I am interested in, and here's why I'm interested in NFTs. I went and started a business with my sister, Camila Dorico, who's an artist, and you can look her up and she's incredible. And you'll see what I mean by what we built for her for about 7 years, this global brand. We did all this licensing. We were doing all the Comic Cons. So you guys, like, I know the Comic Con circuit very, very well because I did it for 7 or 8 years. And I learned and grew a business based on fan building, based on art, based on merchandise, based on community. So I did that for 7 years and we did very well. And I'm really proud of what we did there because when we started kind of at the beginning of the Great Recession, we started and it was a risk to take. Like, who starts a business around art in the middle of, in the middle of like a recession of that magnitude? So we did. And the other thing that we did differently is we went against the grain, because most people in the art world will tell you, don't put your art on merchandise, it'll devalue it. And I saw art as merchandise as a revenue stream, which it was, and it's free marketing. And it was something my sister always wanted to do because she's very manga inspired. So we did that. We had our art on everything, furniture, handbags, like you name it. It was amazing. It was so much fun. And that's when I really, really understood, and I kind of pioneered a lot around building a community around an artist. And that's the reason I'm so interested in NFTs. And I don't know if I was supposed to talk about my book, but I did want to talk about this.
No, this is all good.
Because this is why I'm so interested in it. Even though today I am in real estate, I am in finance, I am in investing, and I love what I do because there's meaning behind what I do. But I know that so much more can be done in community. And as I watched NFTs like really hit the market earlier this year, I thought, man, if I was still in the art world, I would have been all over that. And I'm really interested in it. So that's kind of why I'm so interested in NFTs. And then, we can talk about my book later, so we can give Mobo a chance to talk. But that's why I'm interested in NFTs. I'll tell you guys about my book in a minute.
Yeah. And actually what I'm going to do here. So Mauricio, I know I shot you a DM. If you could get me your Wax wallet so we can put it in the comments. Everyone who's with us here live, by the way, this is, for the most part, AdaPia, Mauricio's first exposure, not only to NFTs, but to our community here, Cryptowriter and Wax and everything. So feel free to bless them with their first ever NFTs. If you are feeling generous today, that's AdaPia's wallet. And then I'm going to get Mauricio's here in a second, but feel free to give them some golden nuggets. That'd be awesome. And we're going to do some giveaways here in a moment. We're going to do the Duck Race Marathon. And as I'm getting that ready, I'm also, you guys know how it is. I'm always trying to think of the next question while doing 200 other things at the same time. I think I got it. I'm going to go to Mauricio, I know he's trying to send me his wallet here too, as well as he's getting ready. You know what, as you get that, why don't you get that? And then I'll give another question to AdaPia.
Okay, perfect. Yeah,
I think, where do you see any, well, I'm sure you do, but as far as, staying on your creative side, your author side, what, from a very high level, what you do know about NFTs, what do you think you could potentially maybe do with your book in NFTs or something similar to that? Like, do you have any ideas already?
I wasn't thinking about my book. My book was like something that I'd always wanted to do my whole life. Like, I love to write, and like, I wrote this book, and it was just an amazing process to write. For anybody who does do any kind of writing, like getting your thoughts out and organizing your thoughts to be read by someone else is a really great exercise in clarity. And then also being able to like tell your story. And that book actually led me to create a masterclass that's launching in November called Writing the Self, which is really like how to go into your past to retrieve the power that's there. So that like, it's really like this journey around like empowerment and like your sovereignty. I haven't really thought about NFTs for my book. I was thinking about NFTs for this company up in Canada that I'm working with, actually, which is an amazing company called Mindful Meds. And they are a microdosing psychedelics company. Because in Canada, that's like something that you can get there.
We have some pretty cool Canadians. I have confirmation. We've got some Canadians in the audience now too.
Oh, first of all, their products are amazing. They are like the David to the Goliath of already publicly listed mushroom companies. And so I'm working with them to create either social, community token, NFT. So I see like a really big opportunity there because so much is driven by community, because so much of like the microdosing and all of this is really helping you for your wellness, like your mental health and your emotional health. It's amazing product. So I'm thinking about it for them. Like, how do we build something up that like you should, I'll drop a link. I'll send Adam a link in a minute for their site. You can use my referral link so that they know that I sent you. But you know, this is a world to me where you can make a massive difference more than ever. You know, if you don't watch the hype of the media and all the stuff that's out there, all the fear mongering, but like there's more good people than there are quote unquote bad. And we have such an opportunity to come together in community. And this is where I think NFTs have the greatest power, is in actually in by through the people. And so anything that makes a huge difference in people's lives, you need a community around it. And so that's what I think about it for them. I'm honestly, I wasn't even thinking about it for myself. So I have to give that some thought. Or if other people have ideas, like it's really, I'm just like, how can I make the biggest impact? And even if it's not me with my stuff making the biggest impact, I want to back people who have the ability to make the biggest impact.
Absolutely. And I love that you kind of broke the barrier there in regards to the power of psychedelics. I think it's definitely an area of life that is finally becoming, it's like you couldn't even talk about Bitcoin about 3 or 4 years ago with people raising an eyebrow at you. And I think we're kind of crossing that bridge now as well. And I see we got some people in the comments that agree. And our buddy Matt asked about toad slime. So I'm guessing he's asking about Bufo, actually.
Bufo.
But guys,
that's
funny.
Different. Yeah. That's like, you can't microdose that. That's like a whole other, we can have like a whole other talk about that another time. Yeah. But that's like a whole big, that'll change your life.
Right. Yeah. This is it's interesting you're bringing this up now, because I'm starting to see this is more in the circles that probably you and I run in. This is the more ideal stage to maybe have these types of conversations. Just, I don't know how else to explain it. It's just like the energy seems more right. So, as you know, so guys, AdaPia and I, we're in the same mastermind. I think I said that, and we've been accountability partners. And it's funny how she's like talking about microdoses. Like, oh, microdosing? He's like, oh yeah. Oh wait, what? Like, tell me more. Wait, where do you go? Okay, cool. So there you go, guys. Cat's out the bag. Psychedelics are awesome. Use them with responsibility, though. Mobo.
What's up?
From psychedelics to coffee.
Yeah. Hey, it puts you in a heightened state. It definitely puts you in a better state.
Yeah. So I got your wallet, guys. Mauricio's wallet is in the comments. AdaPia's wallet is in the comments. They've never really been, again, exposed to our community before. So if you're feeling generous right now, please send them some welcome gifts. It'd be awesome. As I mentioned, I'm getting the duck race ready in the background now. So as I do that, Dr. Botero, I know your mind is probably racing. I could ask you a question, but I want to know if you have any comments or anything based on kind of what we've been saying here first.
I just finished a Tim Ferriss book probably like a month or two ago, and he talks about the toad. So I'm all spun up. I actually know what you're talking about. I would not have known otherwise if I had not read about that story and the Mike Tyson toad experience as well. So that's the first thought in my mind.
Tim Ferriss. Okay, interesting.
He talks about, wow.
Yeah, he mentions it. He interviews somebody who talks about it and goes over it.
Yeah.
And then Mike Tyson, by the way, huge toad fan. All he talks about is toad, and doing it once every couple of years as like a maintenance thing.
I think I heard that about him.
That would make sense, because he had like a revitalization of his life within the past decade.
He also ate a handful of shrooms live on a YouTube podcast. So, I mean, maybe let's not take 100% life advice from him, but he's got some great nuggets in there for sure.
Depends, yeah. Nice. So, I'm trying to remember what other topics we had going on here. Mauricio, hit us. Like, what are you working on a daily basis, man? Give us some more. A peek into your world.
Yeah, so by day, I'm a sales guy. I travel a lot for visiting my customers, which is the military. So I go to military bases. When I'm not traveling, I do stay at home and I'm working from home. So COVID was no problem. I was just working from home anyways. And right now, my primary focus, trying to avoid that shiny object syndrome that gets people like me with ADHD really bad, is I got to get this.
As soon as I start saying, hey, maybe you could host a show.
Exactly. Perfect timing, Adam. Way to ruin my flow. I got to primarily focus on the coffee farm thing. So I'm raising the money. Like Michael Flight was talking about, I think a week or two ago, I'm going to do it through the syndication model where I raise friends and family, coworker money, put into a fund, and go buy the property, the land, and the home. And if you guys have ever in real estate investing have heard of BRRRR, that acronym, that's basically what I'm going to kind of do. I'm going to burr a coffee farm and I'm going to burr a coffee house. But then I've thought about my NFT experience came from Gary Vaynerchuk. So just following him and VFriends, that's what really put me onto it at first. I've been a fan and kind of dabbled a little bit in crypto. One of my best friends, who's I think he's actually watching, he kind of forced me unwillingly into crypto. He's like, you have to do this if you're trying to build wealth. But then Gary put me onto the NFT side of the house. And then when I heard Michael talking about NFTs and tokenizing real estate and the liquidity, how it allows liquidity into something that's normally not very liquid, getting in and out of real estate is usually one of the cons of real estate that you have to kind of understand when you're putting money down. Well, you're kind of taking that away with the idea of the security tokens. So it just kind of like boggled my mind a little bit. The idea with my coffee farm vacation rental is it's a kind of like a club. So if you put in $15,000, $20,000, you get a certain class of share to the fund, which gives you membership into the fund of real estate, but it also provides you coffee. It also provides you an X amount of days of the stay in the vacation rental itself. So it's more of like a lifestyle investment. I'm trying to build this proof of concept first. But what I realized after talking with the Adams of the world, the AdaPias of the world, in the networking space that I do in the multifamily real estate world, is that I am doing something that I don't think maybe one or two other people in the entire United States is doing, which is a niche in coffee farms for bougie coffee drinkers like me in Colombia. And I think I'm like the most perfect person for it. I'm Colombian, hablo español, all my family's from there. My family still lives there.
You are the guy. Like you've been ever since I met you, probably a little over a year ago now. You've been just, this is your calling.
And everybody tells me I have to do it. Like, take my money, man. As soon as you do it, I'm in. I want to go to Colombia and do all the riding of the horses and the burros and put on the funny hat and that whole thing. So I couldn't not do it.
I love that idea because you could even you could even make it a bit of a retreat center and like people could come and visit. And so you can have like, you can add like a total revenue stream around that and experiential and teach people about, about coffee and about the right way to do like the washing. Cause I remember first learning about good, proper coffee as it related to the mold content in coffee and all of that. And now I'm very picky about my coffee and we do pour overs and I love to support different, oh my God, all these different, I have different subscriptions to different kind of smaller coffee distributors and they just like they always get their coffee from their farms. The same thing with cacao because I make my own chocolate. And so I'm really picky about my cacao.
I've got some cacao over here.
Yeah. And so there's anyways, I love that idea. I would love to support you in that idea. I think it's amazing. Plus, I don't know if you know this, but like the cryptocurrency community, especially Bitcoin in Colombia is pretty big. Like it's like a big thing down there. So if you tokenized it, like you could play off all these amazing trends that just speak to like an even larger community.
Yeah. So I'm going to grow cacao on the coffee farm. It's a symbiotic crop. Like you can grow other plants around coffee because you only harvest it in Colombia twice a year. So people grow avocados, plantains, stuff like that. And cacao is one of the most profitable and helpful crops you can grow around coffee. You know, anything that helps provide shade to coffee helps the coffee and helps the earth. So it's like a win-win-win. So I got you there. There's all this other agriculture things you can do around it. The property itself is going to have an outdoor space to do events, retreats. I'm already there. And I'm already there with the retreat to show coffee. That's completely part of it. I just had a call with a guy who's literally just like me, a Miami kid, Colombian, got into coffee, moved to Colombia. And I think I'm going to partner with him. He's already started it. He's done it 3 times now. He does the retreats and he is like a champion barista. So I think we're kind of finding some synergy where with my capital raising, my networking in the real estate and business world, with his coffee legit experience, we're gonna try to find some mesh. And yeah, got to do the retreat, bring 10 people who are obsessed with coffee and spend 7 days completely taken care of, and they learn everything. But
and you teach them, like, I remember my first experience. I went to like a cacao plantation in Costa Rica, and it changed me. Like, it totally changed my understanding. It's like when you get to teach somebody like the origins and the right way to do things, they become an ambassador for that, you know. And then, because we don't know what we don't know, like we don't know food production until we go in and learn about food production, or what, you know, what is harmful versus what, you know, it isn't harmful, like whether it's to my body or to the environment. I mean, there's so much tied up in it. So just the educating people, and like everyone loves food. Like I love food. I'm all the time, like anything that's like tasty and just, you know, so that kind of an experience, like people want experiences more than they want things, I think. So I think the more you can do that, plus like getting the thing of food, like that is just, I love it. I'm just like, I'm fasting today, so I can't have chocolate, but I'll break my fast with chocolate tomorrow.
Nice. Hey, so, and I see we've got some first time guests joining us here today, guys. By the way, don't worry, everyone relax. This is the Ducky Marathon. We do it every show. You got to be here early and you got to stay till the end if you want to win. We're going to do a couple quick races, so everyone settle down, all right? Anyway, so yeah, this Duck Marathon is going on right now. And then, guys, someone get confirmation for me. Is Sean Ballant still listening? Guys, let me know if Sean's listening. I see we got Burst and some more OGs in here, which is awesome. AdaPia and I we're private messaging here, and I think her calling for the Cryptowriter channel could be some kind of bridge between NFTs and psychedelics. What do you guys think? It's pretty interesting how, I mean, we saw some pretty, like, the views started going up when we started talking about that, right? It's funny how it works. Sean, Sean, you sound like Mr. Shift when you say something like that.
Build a community around that. I mean, it's so powerful. I
think now is the time to do something like that, quite frankly, because it's,
you just have to demystify it, like all the lies that have been told about it. I mean, just read Michael Pollan's book, How to Change Your Mind, like eye-opening. And you like, again, knowledge, like really learning and understanding what things truly are versus what we've been told anything is. I'm really passionate about it. They've changed my life, completely changed my life. And they change a lot of people's lives for the better if they're used properly. And like being in community as we go through that process. I mean, okay, so when I wrote my book, it came after, like, I had an awakening. Like, I really had an awakening, and like everything about who I thought I was completely unraveled and crumbled, and I had to pick myself up and figure out. I'm
gonna say pause real quick. I want to hear the awakening story, but it's kind of funny because Morton's predicting what you and I are gonna do in January.
Yeah.
But you were saying you're awakening.
Yeah, no, I mean, it is. I'm seeing this Atomic Kings. Yeah, yeah, it's a shack, and you thought it was a mansion. Everything, and I made a mistake, and this is a mistake if you ever go through this, of completely judging what had been my experience up until that time as like I was wrong, I was a bad person, like all this, you know, all these thoughts that came up, and in reality I'm not. And nothing that happens or that we do is you know, judged as bad. It's just the experience that gets us to where we are. And I've been able to integrate everything, and plant medicines were a really big part of that for me. But I also really learned about holding space for myself and doing my own work. And, you know, this idea of like people who call themselves shamans, you got to be really careful about this kind of stuff. And I don't talk about psychedelics in my book. It wasn't the point, but the book really is like, hey, like, this is what I learned when I woke up. This is what I learned about life. This is what I learned about myself. And so that's, to me, the proper use of these medicines. And cacao is a plant medicine. Coffee is a plant medicine, right? Those are all really important for us to know how to work with consciously. So that's what I think. And I think building community and even like NFT around this really helps people remove the stigma, because you might feel alone. Like you might feel like you don't know who to talk to. You're not allowed to talk to anyone about it. Like all those things that are really just thoughts in our head, they're not true. And then when you start to learn that there's other people, it just allows you to just really deepen the experience, which really helps you deepen into yourself. And then life is so much different, so much better.
Absolutely. And yeah, you're getting a lot of support from some of the OGs in the comments. So that's good. So Mauricio, I know you're working your other job right now. Is this something where are you on the I don't know what you want to call it, the path to financial freedom? I mean, I'm sure you're doing quite fine right now, right? But you want to be doing this full time eventually. What does that vision look like?
Yeah, so I have, if you guys have heard the golden handcuff scenario, I get paid really, really well to do a really great job. It's kind of ridiculous what my job is, to be honest. I travel, I schmooze, I booze, I talk tech and cybersecurity to military people, and they're like, "Hey, you're a Marine, I'm a Marine. Let's, it's pretty ridiculous, right?" But because of that, I get a lot of great things out of it. My network is my net worth. That cliche is absolutely true in my case. So I'm around a bunch of lazy coworkers who are wealthy and have a lot of money and don't know how to spend it. So that's kind of been like my niche in the real estate world, is partnering with people like them. And I'll do the work, you provide the capital, and we'll partner. So I don't have passion in this job though. My passion is going and doing things like with my dad in Colombia, setting up internet access in Colombia. That's my my philanthropy give back special purpose in the coffee farm project, is I want to have enough profit where we can build a education lab out of a shipping container or two and put computers in them, provide internet through satellite, because the mountains, it's really hard to get internet out there, and give them the tools and the capability to learn languages and then also access the internet and all the wisdom that comes at your fingertips. So I've through time given like old laptops, and these kids, man, they like literally cry when they get an old beat up like Windows 7 laptop. And anyway, so that's my mission. So passion, I want the financial freedom, and I'm using real estate as the way to get financial freedom, not because I'm so super passionate about real estate, but it's just such a great way to do it so that I can do all these other things I want to do. There's fish farms. Fish farming is a big thing in Latin America that I'm trying to do as well. Things with like single
fish farming.
Yeah, fish farming is huge, man.
In Colombia?
In Colombia, yeah, absolutely.
You use like Barranquilla or like Cartagena, or
it could be any. The key is anywhere where there's fresh water, and it's a recirculated system, so it doesn't destroy the environment. So unfortunately, sometimes fish farming has a negative stigma because countries in Asia are really, infamous for doing this. They get a lake, they set up fish farming, they dump all the fish poo in the lake, and then just wreck it. I'm oversimplifying it, but
I just want to say this real quick. Regina, you won the race. If you are not here, you got a minute to claim your prize. Otherwise, Earn More PH is getting this NFT. So Regina, make some noise in the comments. Sorry, recirculating the fish in fresh water. I never even thought of that. I was thinking ocean. So
yeah, no. So there's all these geeks that have come out, and my dad is one of them. They have come out with fish farming builds and modules where it's all containerized. It's all built with like kind of products that you have in country, and then it recirculates, so you don't actually wreck the ecosystem. And then what it does provide, and what the idea is that you can use it for, is it's a self-contained system where feed your own family, provides you profit to sell to the market. It provides you work, but then also it provides you can have the internet connected. So you can kind of manage it from afar, but have an employee, single mother. There's a huge single mother problem in Latin America, and I'm a little biased there because I grew up with a single mother for a while. So yeah, back to the passion project idea: fish farming, coffee. It's not real estate. It's not selling cybersecurity, but man, it does pay well, and I'll do it for a while here until I can make that shift.
Until it's time. It's still a time.
No pun intended. The shift.
Nice. So AdaPia, what do I have for you now? You have your own podcast already, right? Good Health, Good Wealth is the name of the show.
Real Wealth, Real Health.
Real Wealth, Real Health. So I knew I was close. I actually think I might have to nudge you. I don't know if I've been on the show yet. Now I think about it. Anyways, what are some of your takeaways as a podcaster? Like, what have you found works in the space? What makes a good interview? What makes a bad interview? What do you like about it? What do you not like about it? Give us your podcasting take.
Yeah, so we do the podcast for my firm, Alpha Investing, and so we only do it twice a month. So we're not trying to like make it into this great big thing. We actually use it for customer kind of retention, or just like so that people know who we are a little bit better, and they know how we see things. And we write our quarterly economic reports and portfolio updates, and we talk to people. But getting on a call with somebody or a podcast and just having open conversations about interesting topics really gives listeners a chance to understand who we are as people. So that's why we do it. And so I've really enjoyed doing it. We have a lot of our members on, so a lot of our investors come on and they tell their stories, because underlying it is really, to me, like this this belief around wealth is important to have. And too many of us grew up with this idea that money is bad and wealth is bad. And it's not. I think money in the right hands changes the world. And wealth in my hands changes the world. Well, including like changing my life. And I think it's our birthright to be abundant and to be wealthy. So I love to talk to people about their stories, and some of like this extremely successful people, like very successful, like in career and wealth wise, they all have this drive around meaning, around like doing something meaningful. And they achieved their wealth by having a focus that was not necessarily on the money, but they all give back in some way. And so it's really just like derived around this idea of meaning and what's meaningful. We haven't done a lot in the health, because it's called Real Wealth, Real Health. But we might get there. It's really turned a little bit more into like real estate and economics and success. And so what I've really learned about it is, as with anything, like the intention you go into something with will really define the experience. And so we went into it with this intention to have interesting conversations with people, to get to know them. It's a form of networking for us. It's a form of like touching base, because I do it with one of my business partners. It's like a form of like touching base also with with some of our investors, or just like people who have great stories to tell. Like we talk to economists and all kinds of different people. So what I've really learned is like, know why you're doing it. And it's sort of similar to the book too. Like if you want your book to be a New York Times bestseller, you have to do it a certain way. Like it's like you have, like there's a certain strategy and like a certain plan. And so for us, the podcast is like, we know why we're doing it. We know what the intention is. We know what we're putting into it. And we're not expecting it to be the Tim Ferriss show. That would require a completely different strategy. So that would be one thing I would say that's really important, is like understand the strategy and the end goal of anything that you're doing, so that you're really clear on your expectations. And that helps a ton. So that would be something that I learned as a takeaway with the podcast. And I love doing it. I love having these conversations. We're actually doing a 4-part crypto real estate tokenization series. So I'm going to have Michael Flight and Mosin on for the last 2 episodes.
They want to know in the audience, are you speaking at the blockchain conference in Austin?
I'm not.
Did you get invited?
Nope.
Oh man,
must be lost in the mail.
We gotta get it. We gotta go, guys. We gotta make some noise and yell at Michael. AdaPia should totally be speaking there.
I don't know. I mean, humbly, like really, really, like I don't know what I would be speaking about. Like I'm just, so you guys, like I'm just this year really starting to learn this space. I first got into Bitcoin in 2013 by accident, and I held, thankfully. But like I really need to like know and learn before I'm comfortable like speaking with any kind of like authority over anything. I mean, I can tell you how frustrated I am about fees on the Ethereum network right now, because I've been doing experiments. I'm like, my God, this is insane how much things cost. But I feel like I need to do a little more learning before I can speak with any kind of authority in this space. But thank you.
You've been nominated, officially nominated. By the way, Darth Dio, I don't think I've seen your name in the comments yet. So if you could make some noise, are you with us? If not, then a wit will win this next NFT that we're giving away here. We're giving away, this is actually, guys, this is the first show that we've ever been able to give away our own Shift branded NFTs. We just launched our project, the Shift NFTs, on Friday, and it's been going very well. We've got it structured in a way. I'll give you guys kind of like a high level overview, Mauricio and AdaPia, but basically anyone who's a viewer in the community, etc. If they collect a certain amount of these NFTs, and in most cases 9 of these NFTs, but there's a way to shortcut it. There's just depending on how high it ranks. You can get 9 of them, you can get 3 of 3, you can get 1 of 1. Either way, it creates an entry token or an entry ticket for you into a sweepstake that allows you to win a lump sum of wax, which is the main cryptocurrency that we use here. So I think the jackpot currently has, I want to say, it's got over 1,000 wax in it, guys. I'm not sure, which I think 1,000 wax is, I don't know my calculations off the top of my head, but it's got to be somewhere between like 300 to 500 US right now. Wax has been performing very well. It just got listed on Binance. And guys, as you continue to buy NFTs from the Shift as well, that increases the jackpot too. And you can get the white paper in our Telegram. If you just go to the link in the description, you can see all the details of the Shift NFT project. But anyways, yeah, I'm just now realizing this is the first time we've given away our own NFTs live on the show. So happy to have you guys here for this monumental
congratulations. That's awesome.
moment. And whoever wins the duck race, whoever wins this duck marathon, they're going to get this NFT from the episode with Lars, as you see here. Lars Komenizu Speit is how you say his name. So the winner of this race will get that NFT as well as a Ducky Marathon NFT that will be distributed to you by our amazing admin who's there in the comments, Sarav. Sarav, thank you again for all your hard work. Like AdaPia and Mauricio, I pretty much just get on here and talk. Thanks to Sarav. I don't have to do a whole lot of it. And who's our other guy? IR Boone. We'll just do a little marketing, little teaser here, guys. IR Boone, who I believe came from the Atomic Kings community, he has helped us build our Discord channel for the Shift. Have you guys, Mauricio, AdaPia, have you guys ever heard of Discord by chance?
Yes.
I'm on it.
Yeah,
cool.
It's on it.
Some people don't know. So it's like Slack, but for gamers. And in my opinion, it's like way more robust than Slack because it's for gamers. So you got all these people that know how to code, just doing crazy things. Yeah. And so the Shift Discord is launching on September 9th. And also, guys, on September 9th, you see him here in the comments. Our collaboration with Burst of Energy, Atomic Kings, is dropping on September 9th as well. So definitely a day to stay plugged into the Shift. We'll say the Shift Telegram, right? Because then we're going to move probably a lot of things over to the Discord at that point. But September 9th, big day. I think, correct me if I'm wrong too, Morton, I see in the comments, isn't September 9th your birthday? I know it's my brother's birthday too. So big days coming up. Good things happening at the Shift, and get your hands on the Shift NFTs while you can. I know there's only a limited amount left in the store. I'll go ahead and drop so you guys have, I just remember you might need the link. I think it's UB. Can I memorize this? I think I got it memorized. It's like ubkfs.wham is our address. ubkfs.wham, guys, go look it up on Atomic Hub and grab your Shift NFTs before they fly off the shelf. And AdaPia, Mauricio, thank you for giving me a moment to give a quick update on our stuff. Now let's keep diving into you guys' minds.
Hey, real quick, shout out to Hella Alan Sana. You should add us to the race, man. That's not fair.
What happened?
I want to get in on this Ducky race.
Yeah, for real.
We should have added you guys in there, shouldn't we?
Man?
Hold on, did we? I think we already gave away our second prize, didn't we? If someone,
I'm a sales guy, man. I'm selfish. Like, I want some money here.
Hey, somebody. Wait, did Darth Dio make any noise in the comments? By the way, guys, is Darth Dio here? Let me see. I didn't see Darth Dio make any. Oh, he's here. All right, cool. All right, so. Oh, looks like I cut out there for a second. Am I back? All right.
No, you're good.
Okay, so Darth Dio, we're gonna send that over to you, and then, you know what? I'm going to put some positive peer pressure on Mr. Balance. If you are with us, and if you're feeling generous today, and you could send us a Finney gold coin to burn, so we can show AdaPia and Mauricio how this works, and then we'll also enter AdaPia and Mauricio into the next duck race aside from the marathon. Does that make sense? So, Sean, I hope you're listening. If not, then we'll figure it out later. So, zyseo.wham is the donation wallet. And here we go. So what the heck was I doing? I was going to give Darth Dio his NFT. That's what I was going to do.
How do you get the Shift NFT? The Shift NFTs. So I'm looking at that. Do I put that in Wax? I'm really new to this.
Yeah, no, great question. So you're familiar with OpenSea?
Yeah. Oh, I thought I had to do it inside of Wax.
No. Well, I was just going to give you an example. So Atomic Hub is like the open sea of Wax NFTs. So, like you would go to wax.io or whatever to create a wallet, but then after you create a wallet, you link it. You go to Atomic Hub, and then it gives you an option like, do you want to link your wallet to Atomic Hub? So then once you do, honestly, I'd say it'll, especially getting started, Atomic Hub would probably be the only place I'd recommend like hanging out, just so you don't get too confused. But Atomic Hub is like kind of like the open sea of Wax. And so if you go here, there is actually, what is our artist and Sarav did a great job getting this set up, quite frankly. As I mentioned, I kind of just show up here and talk and hope that everything goes well, which it is. But what is our in our collection, guys, are we the Shift NFT? I think we are. Yeah, there it is. So if you go to, well, I'll show you this way. If you go to Atomic Hub, you go to Market, you would go up here and like link your wallet. And then if you want to, for example, buy Shift NFTs, you just do this, and then it'll take you here to our active listings. And then there's a few different ways, for example, to get like your Wax wallet loaded up. You can, one way is you can do it through your credit card, and that's if you go to like wallet.wax.io. I know you can do it that way. You can also go on, as we mentioned, Binance and a lot of different other exchanges where you can just get Wax that way, and move it over here to your Wax wallet on this platform. So let's see, Darth Dio, I got you what you needed, right? Let me see here. Oh, and then also our you'll see this AdaPia, a lot of places it says only whitelisted NFTs. Since we just launched, we're not whitelisted yet, so you'll have to this box will normally be checked. You'll have to uncheck that box to find us. Nice, very observant. So so the winner of the Duck Marathon is going to get this Lars token, and then I'm very happy to say that Sean is feeling generous today, and he sent us a gold coin. So guys, I gotta tell you the story of Crypto Finney now, and this is why, man, this is what sold me on this project too, quite frankly. So here we go. I mean, guys, hopefully I'm getting better and better at telling this story, right? The story of Finney. So Finney, this guy named Finney, Crypto Finney, is our mascot, our character, our superhero here at Cryptowriter. And Sean and Kenny are our co-founders, and getting to know Kenny, from what I understand, Sean, I could be wrong. From what I understand, Kenny was walking down the street one day and he said to himself, whoa, wait, our project needs to have a mascot. Why don't we have a mascot yet? And then from there, like the wheels just started turning. And so you guys may have heard of like a book or a theory, like the hero with 1,000 faces, hero's journey. George Lucas's original mentor is a guy named Joseph Campbell. But anyways, are you familiar? Oh, you would know AdaPia.
Joseph Campbell really well. The hero's journey, everything.
Yeah, can we actually? Are we allowed to? You have a connection to George Lucas. I don't know. Can we advertise that on the?
It's like second degree.
Hey, it still counts. I want to hear about this.
It's a fun fact. Yeah.
So fun. Okay, so fun fact is, my husband is responsible for the design and external build of the George Lucas Museum.
Boom. Yeah. So, all right, the stars are aligning even more now. So the Crypto Finney story it very much follows the hero's journey. There's one little nuance that, in my opinion, doesn't, but it's like the storyline still makes up for it. Because as you may have heard this like comparison or this theory, they compared like the Marvel and the DC comics and stuff, and apparently Batman outperforms Superman over and over and over again because people can relate to Batman more because he's like just a regular human, where Superman's like this unstoppable guy from another planet that can die from one thing. So this is where Finney is a little bit like Superman, but still mostly like Batman. So Finney comes from like this far off planet where everything's pretty much made of gold, including himself. And he starts hearing about this like cryptocurrency stuff. He's like, crypto, you got to go to Earth to learn more about crypto. And so he embarks on this courageous journey to Earth and lands in kind of like a New York City, like it's called Shift City. Kind of tied here to the name of the show. He lands in Shift City, and it's just, all these people everywhere, and he's going around asking everyone like, can you tell me anything about crypto? Do you know anything about crypto? And everyone's telling him like, no, you're crazy, or they don't know what he's talking about. And then what do you know? Before he even got to Earth, there was a guy who pretty much runs the city, Mr. Shift, who's the bad guy. I don't know why I got put as a bad guy, but it's okay. So Mr. Shift runs the city, and he sees, he sees Finney coming from miles away because Mr. Shift is obsessed with gold. So he sees this person made of gold. He's like, man, I got to get my hands on this guy, basically. And so he somehow, gets Finney to come into his tower, Shift Tower, and he starts giving him a tour. And he's like, look, I'll tell you everything you need to know about crypto. Come on in. And they get near like this big, and there's a comic book series now for this. I'll have to show you guys how to read the comic. It's freaking epic. I love this. So they go into this tower, and he's showing him around. And then he's got this big, pot of like gold melted together or whatever. And he brings Finney close to it as he's showing him around. And he's like, what's that thing you got there in your chest? And Finney's got like this chestahedron that pretty much like without it, he can't really function like a normal person or whatever. And Shift gets him to take it out and give it to him. And Shift's looking at it. And then he just throws it in the pot to melt with all the other gold. And Finney's like, what'd you just do? Like, why'd you just throw my thing in there? And now Mr. Shift's like, here, you can take this. It's a crappy chestahedron that doesn't work like the one that Finney used to have. And he flips him a gold coin. He's like, here, this is for your troubles. And the gold coin is actually made out of Finney's chest at this point. And he kicks him out of the tower. And Finney's like, dude, I just came to Earth. I got my most important body part taken away from me. I don't know what's going on. I don't feel right. I've got this gold coin. He gets back. He's walking back to his ship. He walks past the pawn shop and starts talking to the owner of the pawn store. And he's just like, do you have anything that can help me fix like what's going on here right now? And he's got this thing on his desk that says like Cryptowriter. And the pawn guy doesn't really know what it is, but it's just super mysterious. It looks cool. And Finney's like, I have this gold coin. And the pawn shop guy's like, oh, that's Shift Gold. Yeah, I'll trade you Shift Gold for this. No problem. And so Finney takes this like Cryptowriter thing that he has no idea what it is, but takes it back to his ship. By the time he gets back to his ship, he finds out it's been completely like ransacked, all the pieces and parts taken. So he's trapped on Earth, and he doesn't know what to do besides, he's like, I just got this thing. I'm just going to plug it into my body and see what happens. And boom, what do you know? As soon as he plugs it in, like he gets all the crypto information he ever needed. He's like revitalized, rejuvenated. He's ready to go. He can see clearly. He's about, he's going to get revenge. And that's kind of where volume 1 ends, is like he's received his like life back, and now it's time to go get revenge on Mr. Shift, right? And so Sean and Kenny and many people in our community, and actually Lars, who I mentioned, Lars Komenizusspeit is the artist for us. We're giving away an NFT from his interview today. All these guys have just crafted this epic storyline. And when I heard this story from Sean before I started podcasting for this network, and I was like, dude, this company, or whatever you want to call it, this project is built on a hero's journey. It's very hard to mess that up. Right? Like it's pretty much built for success if you have a company built on a hero's journey. So I'm like, I'm in. Let's do it. Let's do the show. So Sean, if you're here with us, or anyone else in the comments, how did I do? I was looking at the duck race. I think I told the whole story in 4 minutes. That might be a new record. It used to take me like 15 minutes. Anyways, yeah. That's the story of Finney. I almost forgot. This is the last piece. Those gold coins, that's a part of the gamification process of what our collectors are after. If you burn a Finney gold coin on Atomic Hub, then you get a randomized crypto Finney to collect. And there's a whole other gamification process to that. And actually, I'm just going to wait till we get the winner here so I can explain the gold coin thing a little bit more. But I've told the storyline, and I'll tell you how the game works in a moment. So here we go. Nice. Sean said, well done. That's good. A wit with the win. All the way from India, I believe. Oh, wait, where are you, man? You're the man. Always here. Always an OG. We'll get you that. So, wait, that was the Ducky Marathon. So you just won the Marathon NFT and the Lars one. Congratulations, my friend. Actually, can you make some noise in the comments here just to make sure we can give it to you? And as we wait for you to make some noise, I was going to flip it back over to Mauricio and AdaPia, but I just remembered I got to explain this. So the best way I can explain the Finney gold coin phenomena is, so as I mentioned, these coins have now been, Mr. Shift melted Finney, and now he's got all these Finney gold coins. The way our community interacts with these is going to a Star Wars reference again. If you know the Star Wars storyline, cool. But if you go play like a random Star Wars video game, sometimes there's just like, hundreds and thousands of Jedi, and you can make your own Jedi and, whatever. It's like, it doesn't really follow the storyline as much. It's more for the gamers. That's kind of how this is. So when we burn this coin, which is like, that's the process that you use here in many ways on Wax. When you burn the coin, you get a randomized crypto Finney. So he can have different metal, like iridium. He can be made out of iridium, platinum, gold, rhodium, palladium. Those are like the different rarities of metal type. He can be wearing a pink hat or a pink watch or a blue jacket. Like there's all these different random attributes, and depending on how the system basically, you know, randomly picks you your Finney is what you get. And so when you collect these different Finneys, you can basically, like if you get 3 gold Finneys after burning these coins, which is pretty hard to get, you can burn those 3 gold Finneys down into what's called a bare metal Finney, which is a bare metal gold Finney. And if you have 2 bare metal gold Finneys and you burn those down into one, you get what's called a BTC miner Finney. So if you have that BTC miner Finney in your wallet, you will periodically get other gold Finneys dropped into your wallet, which the gold Finneys are like, those are worth it. Like those are like an average gold Finney, I think, is probably somewhere between 150 to 300 US or something like that. Like, so it's a little bit confusing, I understand, probably, but burning these coins, it makes it super fun for our community, and you'll see a little bit here why for yourself in a second. Any questions?
How do I get one?
How do you, hey, you know, I definitely can't go out on the limb here and promise this one, but guys, I did get AdaPia and Mauricio's wallet addresses here, and I'm going to put them in the comments again. If anyone's feeling generous for our new Wax guests.
And some people have.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Everybody, thank you.
So amazing. It was like,
welcome presents.
I can't wait to like look at all of these.
So what we will do is, our buddy, did we actually get confirmation? Did Awit make any noise in the comments? I didn't. He did? Oh, he is.
Yeah,
okay, cool. All right, Awit, here you go, man. So this one, which that interview with Lars, this guy's on another level. Lars is a very talented individual. Oh wait, actually, so this will be it. Oh wait, and then Sarav will follow up with you for your Ducky Marathon NFT. So congratulations. You're probably getting close to 9 Shift NFTs at this rate. I know you've been pretty active in our community. So,
hey, I have a quick question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Is there scarcity to the gold coins? Kind of like the Bitcoin 21 million. Is there scarcity to the gold coins?
There is. Great question. Yeah, there's 5,000 of what's called the Genesis coin, and then our team, not me, but our team is working on whatever the next round of that would be. So I think there's rumors of it's not going to just be like the Finney gold coins anymore. There's probably going to be some other kind of coin, but I don't. You would have to talk to some of the people behind the scenes to find out what's next. But yeah, I think there's 5,000 gold coins originally.
Is there any mining as part of it too from the community?
That's a good question. I don't think you can mine Finney gold coins. Not that I'm aware of. I haven't heard that yet. Unless maybe when you have a BTC miner Finney, as I referenced earlier, you might be able to mine gold coins that way. But yeah, I'm waiting on this one to load for Awit. Let me just see if that went through for you. And I just realized we do have to wind it down here soon, guys. So I guess, yeah, as I'm getting this teed up over here, AdaPia, Mauricio, did you guys have any other questions about my monologue?
I'm gonna dig into all of this. I've just been, as you know, like learning other platforms. So this is gonna add to my to my study load, I suppose. I have to do it to understand it. Like I just have to like get into it and play with it and figure it all out. So.
Yeah. What's the website? Like, where's the FAQ? Where's the story? Where can I find this stuff online?
Oh yeah, great question. So there's a couple different places. One, the quickest way to just get like immediate service from those who are watching right now is to join the Shift Telegram. And we have the most friendly community ever. They'll get you plugged into the Cryptowriter Telegram and like all that stuff too. So the link to that is in our description. I can also send that to you guys later. But I'd recommend joining our community on Telegram. And then if you go to writer.io, WRITER.io, that's pretty much our landing page for everything. and you can really start, going down some
Just
rabbit holes.
writer.io.
That's it, Writer, WRITER.io. And then here we go. We're gonna burn this coin, and I forgot. AdaPia and Mauricio didn't even know about all of our our fun sound effects.
Today, burn this thing.
We always play that, and then this is sometimes this is how our community looks when they know we're getting ready to give away a coin. It's like they're just getting ready for it. So here we go. Who's gonna get the Finney gold coin today? Let's burn it. What do you guys think? What are we gonna get? You're gonna pull a rhodium today? So this is how you burn it. You hit burn, and then after it burns, you got to refresh the screen. And in order of rarity, the least rare is iridium metal. Second is platinum, then gold, then palladium, and then rhodium. Rhodium is the most rare. Everyone goes, we did burn a rhodium on air one time. So, and it was some random person who never watched the show before, showed up, and they won like a $500 NFT. It was pretty cool. So let's see what we get today. We're gonna hit refresh. What do we got? What are we gonna get? It's looking kind of basic. Let's see. Platinum. Okay. So the good news for whoever's going to get this, the good news is, well, one, if you want to collect it, whatever, hold on to it. It's still going to have long-term value. From what I understand, the way that our team is building up this project, even if you have what some people would call like a low-end Finney or whatever, it's still going to have a lot of value. I mean, it's still, first of all, it's at the end of the day, it's still a Finney. And I know Burst of Energy, who's in the comments, he always says that, like, even if you get a low-end Finney, he's like, it's still a Finney. But the other cool thing is if you get 2 more platinum Finneys, then you can burn those, as I mentioned, to a bare metal. And you get to a level where you have 2 bare metal Finneys, you burn that, and then you get a platinum BTC miner Finney, which it doesn't matter what level Finney you have. If you have a BTC miner Finney, that's a very valuable asset to have in your wallet. So let's go ahead and get the duck race ready. And we're going to put Mauricio and AdaPia in this one, guys. So everyone's going to have some fun.
Let's go, duck. Let's go. I like free stuff.
Yeah. And then let me just make sure I don't have any repeats in here. One moment.
Real talk though, Adam, if you and I meet up pretty soon here, I'm going to race you in real life. I got to see who's faster.
Bring it on, man. Bring it on. I would love to. I haven't had a foot race in forever. It'd be nice. All right. And we will do, we had a request for 99 seconds, and 9 is our favorite number here. So let's go ahead and do that. Oh, wait, I almost didn't put you guys' names in there. Gotta get it in there.
What a tease.
And actually, hold on, now this thing glitches sometimes. I gotta refresh it now.
AdaPia, while he's doing that, we gotta talk coffee one of these days.
Oh,
talk
I
offline.
would love to. Yeah.
I want to hear more about your pour over.
Definitely. Yeah. Yeah, it's been I mean, and I'm Italian, so like I was always really big on like an espresso, like proper espresso. And then it was really my husband, it was Andrew that got me into the pour over, and now like we have it all the time. It's like such a nice ritual. But yeah, I learned about it just through like the health benefits really of coffee. That's how it all started for me, was like the health benefits. And
any sugar in your coffee? How do you take it?
No, black.
Nice.
No judgment if you did, but
no, I get
really
it. No, I'm just like, no. It's gotta be, no. It's gotta be like, otherwise you can't taste all the different, it's like wine. Like, you can't taste all the different nuances and flavors if you have milk in there.
Gotta drink it black for sure.
Yeah. It's the same with cacao.
Yeah.
So
there you go. Morton, you got your first
Colombian coffee
brand recommendation there.
By the way, I'm dying a slow death every time someone types Colombia wrong with a U. It does not have a U. I'm not hating, but it's with an O, COLO.
I have seen a few different moments it was spelled that way too. I used to spell it that way until I traveled there one time, and then I was like, dang, I can't believe I've been messing it up this whole time.
Yeah, I get it all the time. Don't worry.
Well, you also live close to the District of Columbia with the U.
Yeah, only makes things worse. South Carolina, Columbia, South Carolina, you get that a lot.
Yeah. So here we go. This is for the Finney that was just burned on air. This will be our final competition of the day. There's another fun thing that we do here, more on the live pop-ups because we have a little bit more time and all that good stuff. There's this thing called marble racing, and it's much more like detailed. I don't know how else to put it. It's like 3D. It's very integrated, but it just takes me way longer to get set up. And when I don't have anyone, every now and then we'll have someone from the team help me on the back end here, so it's not as much of a pain. But no marble races today, guys. Don't worry, we will do them.
I saw the marble race, dude. That looked pretty awesome.
Oh, did you see it?
Oh yeah, it was way more interactive than watching the ducks float.
Actually, AdaPia, I'll send you a message on LinkedIn because I did a marble race with a LinkedIn contest, and you can see what I'm talking about. It's pretty freaking cool.
I was just thinking back to my childhood with like actually like playing marbles. I love playing marbles. I like just like and collecting all the different ones. And I don't know if anybody here played marbles, but yeah, it's like we've been collecting since like we were kids,
Yeah. Mauricio. Oh, there we go. Cool. I got Mauricio's Twitter coming up here, guys. And who is going to?
Where's my duck? It's pink.
Who's gonna get it?
There's a
you never know.
duck.
These final seconds. I think I see you there.
No.
Zana. I think I've seen Zana's name. Guys, this is Mauricio's Twitter. If you guys want to follow him, by the way. Zana, make some noise in the comments. I want to say I've seen you here today. You've got about a minute to let us know if you're here. Otherwise, Mr. Ajesh will be sitting there with a huge smile on his face. And I know Mr. Ajesh is right there. So, guys, yeah, make sure you follow them on. Okay, Zana's, I'm here. All right, cool. Got to get that.
Congratulations.
All right. 1 second here. So this is when I started having my NFT epiphanies too. Was you guys have seen him plenty in the comments here today. Atomic Kings, Burst of Energy, fellow Canadian there, AdaPia, and fellow microdoser. He was doing giveaways on his stream, and he did some when he came on our show. And that's ever since then. If you look through all the Shift episodes, you'll see things have changed since Burst has blessed us with his presence. So here we go. Rosanna, I'm going to send this over to you. And then as we wind things down, let's go ahead and AdaPia, I know, we got 2 minutes. All right. So let's do some parting words of wisdom, and then we will be on to the next one. We'll go ladies first. So any words of wisdom for our viewers as we head off into the rest of our day or evening?
God, I don't know if words of wisdom, but just a lot of gratitude. Thanks for having me. And when you were saying like, you're kind of like hinting at like how cool the community is. And so I just want to confirm, like, you guys are awesome. This has been so much fun. I've had like a smile on my face the whole time. It was like such an awesome way to start a Monday. So just want to say thank you. This is super cool. And I have this idea for the whole like NFT psychedelic channel, which is, yeah, I love it.
There we go. Yeah, we're gonna
give me some inspiration. You never know. Okay, here's the wisdom. You never know where you're gonna find inspiration, so just show up for everything.
Yes, love it. So Sean, I might be making an introduction on the back end. Yes, I'm pretty much just putting all the pressure on you right now, but thank you for sending over the gold coin too. And then Mauricio, it looks like you got plenty of support for the coffee farm as well. So
yeah.
Any closing words on your end, Dr. Mobo?
First things first, life is too short to drink crappy coffee. So up your guys' game. There's a lot of really, really good people out there who struggle to make ends meet. And the only thing that's making it worse is companies that put a bunch of crap coffee together and sell it to us. So try to find some good coffee. It goes to a good cause. But on a more serious note, don't think you can't do anything too big. A lot of people told me that starting a coffee farm from scratch is crazy and you can't do that. And that's my fuel, probably in a negative way, but I like people telling me I can't do something. It makes me want to do it more. So don't think anything's too crazy to do. You know what? Just buckle up and just, if you have enough drive and you're going to put in the work, you can do it. I mean, other than being an NBA player, Adam, I wasn't as tall as you. That just wasn't in the cards. So, other than that, within reason.
Love it. Love it. Well, hey, guys, thank you so much for joining us here today, investing your time with us. Same for our audience. You guys rock. Hopefully, you'll see some more of these two faces in the near future. Check out all the links in the description. Join the Shift Telegram channel. We got plenty of updates in there. We got the white paper, a link to our wallet as well. Remember, those NFTs are going fast, so get your hands on them before it's too late and go ahead and win that jackpot of wax. And guys, thank you for tuning in. My name is Adam Carswell. Let's see, how do we point here? That's AdaPia Dorico, Mauricio Botero. Guys, drop a hashtag next level in your wax address in the comments as well. You never know. We might go back through here and bless you one day. Better to give it a shot than not. All right. And final 9 addresses in particular, we'll get that if we're able to make it happen. So hashtag wax next level and wax address. Thank you for tuning in. Smash a like, smash a subscribe. And guys, remember, in all you think, say, and do, take it to the next level.